James, Claire, Nick, what a team. Petrocelli. What an answer that was, Nick.
Thank you, Barry Newman.
Nice to see you were paying attention all those years ago. So, do you know your 1970s lawyers? If you do, you must be clever enough. We'll see you next time on The Chase. Goodbye.
Tonight on One News, coalition cracks. Did David Seymour get a telling off? There's no hug this time from Christopher Luxon. The letter and the response that have got the ACT leader and Deputy Prime Minister backtracking. Donald Trump sends in the big guns to Ukraine and fires an ultimatum at Russia in a major policy shift on the conflict. And the Commerce Commission takes two grocery giants to court, accusing them of anti-competitive behaviour. We explain why this is important for Kiwi consumers. Tēnā tātou katoa. Good evening. David Seymour's been pulled into line by his coalition partners. The ACT leader forced to withdraw a blunt letter he sent to a top United Nations official. Christopher Luxon says Winston Peters should have been the one to respond after a UN human rights expert wrote to the government concerned about Māori rights. Political editor Mikey Sherman has more.
With Crown Māori relations at boiling point, the United Nations has stepped in. UN Indigenous rights expert Albert Birume writing to our government over a persistent erosion of the rights of Māori through regressive legislations and policies breaching international obligations.
I think the whole letter was a total waste of time.
The letter mentioned ACT's regulatory standards bill, so David Seymour wrote back, calling it presumptive, condescending and wholly misplaced. He said, as an Indigenous New Zealander myself, I am deeply aggrieved by your audacity in presuming to speak on my behalf and that of my fellow Māori.
They purport to speak for Indigenous New Zealanders such as myself from Geneva on the other side of the world when they wouldn't have a clue.
David Seymour only ever raises his Māori ancestry when it's to deflect from criticism for his clearly anti-Māori racist policy, behaviour, actions and speech.
The problem for Seymour, he isn't the Māori or the minister who should have responded.
Winston Peters is our Minister of Foreign Affairs. He engages and handles our relationship with the United Nations.
There's over 80 years of our engagement with the United Nations. That's not how we act.
If people think that I'm too quick off the mark, getting stuck into the UN on their crazy criticisms of our government, then that's fine.
The slip-up was discussed last night. Who initiated the meeting between you and Winston Peters? How did that come about?
Oh, look, he asked to chat about it and I said, sure, come over. I mean, we're literally 20 paces apart in the beehive.
Well, I went to find out and I had a talk with David about who is responsible, how it works. I mean, this is a matter of experience here, and it's called diplomacy.
Seymour said he didn't tell Luxon or Peters he was sending the letter.
Look, I didn't, because I'd been sent the letter and so that I could give a response.
Now, in Mr. Seymour's letter, he refers to the communication being to him. No, it wasn't. It was to me.
Labor says it's not the first time the coalition confusion's gone international.
So you've got Christopher Luxon saying that there's a trade war going on. You've got Winston Peters saying that there isn't. On a daily basis, you see those senior ministers in government contradicting each other.
And right on cue.
Do you find it rude that Minister Seymour jumped the gun and wrote directly to the UN?
The minister jumped the gun.
Who else did?
I'm not adding to that.
You started it. Why don't you tell us more?
I'm not telling you anymore.
Jump the gun.
Look, experience is important in this business.
Coalition confusion laid bare. Mikey Sherman, One News.
Overseas now, and Donald Trump has issued Russia an ultimatum after agreeing a deal to rush weapons to Ukraine. The moves are a seismic shift in US policy following months of mixed messages. During a meeting with the NATO chief at the White House, the president announced the US will now sell weapons to NATO countries who will then transfer them to Ukraine. He also gave Russia a new deadline: reach a peace deal to end the war with Ukraine within 50 days or face 100% trade tariffs. And those could also hit some of Moscow's remaining trade partners. The US deal will see top-of-the-line weapons like the Patriot air defence system sent to Ukraine through its European allies. The highly advanced system will help Ukraine defend itself from Russian aerial attacks. With more details of today's major developments, here's Europe correspondent Kate Nichol-Williams.
Patriot air defence missiles are Ukraine's best shield against Russia's relentless assaults. Now, after the deadliest month for civilians, Ukraine's getting more of them.
You did a great job. That's a really great job.
The US and NATO confirming a major weapons deal, the first since Donald Trump was re-elected, and one that's in tune with his America First agenda.
This is billions of dollars worth of military equipment is going to be purchased from the United States, going to NATO, etc. And that's going to be quickly distributed to the battlefield.
Details are scant, but Trump could be opening the armoury to attack weapons too. The long-range missiles sent by the Biden administration ran out fast. European nations will have to find pay for all of this, of course, but it's a seismic shift by Trump.
You're gambling with World War III.
Who not long ago had a fierce fallout with Volodymyr Zelensky and courted peace and prosperity with Vladimir Putin. His frustrations with Russia over ending the war increasingly clear.
I don't want to say he's an assassin, but he's a tough guy. It's been proven over the years. He's fooled a lot of people. He fooled Bush. He fooled a lot of people. He fooled Clinton, Bush, Obama, Biden. He didn't fool me.
Trump's 50-day tariff deadline suggests he's not giving up on peace, though.
These sanctions and these weapons demonstrate to Putin that he can't wait us out. And then he may have to come to the table and strike a deal.
The 100% direct tariffs may not hurt too much. The US does far less trade with Russia these days. But the secondary tariffs are aimed at others who still do.
China, India and Brazil buy oil and petroleum products and other goods from Russia. That's the money Putin uses to prosecute the war.
Some in Russia, though, fared much worse. The Russian stock exchange rose nearly 3% after Trump's major announcement. Some saying the only beneficiary is the US defence industry. Ukraine, though, warmly welcoming the support. New weapons will start arriving almost immediately, but in the 50 days Russia has to respond, it's likely to keep pushing forward on the battlefields and continue its nightly bombardments from Ukraine's skies.
And Kate's with us live from London now. Kate, will Europe be waking up to celebrations this morning?
Well, Ukrainians are welcoming this much-needed weapons support, but they're still cautious about Donald Trump's intentions here and whether this change of attitude will actually stick. It's important to note that this weapons deal pales in comparison to what Ukraine was receiving under Joe Biden. But this is a significant development because after that disastrous White House meeting with Ukraine's president, Europe was highly concerned about what the United States was going to do next. It was having those talks with Russia, and we also heard that they were worried that it would be pulling away from the war and supporting NATO allies. Now, 5 months on, we've seen Trump actually praise NATO, and they're working together on this deal, so that's significant. Now, Trump says that he wasn't fooled by Putin, but one analyst says it's like he's realised that Putin had been stringing him along, that those talks about a ceasefire deal hadn't got anywhere. World leaders had been telling Donald Trump for years that you can't trust Putin. Now, on this weapons deal, Europe had been working on it for months. They knew that for something to stick under this administration, it needed to benefit the US. Well, money talks, and we've finally got there. So US President Donald Trump is alongside on both Putin and also weapons, but in the months this has taken, so many people have been killed in the war.
In London, Kate Nichol-Williams, thank you. All right, we're going to breaking news now. A horrific tragedy on our roads. Police have just confirmed 3 people are dead after a car rolled in Waiuku, about 60 kilometres from central Auckland. Emergency services responding to the crash after 3:30 this afternoon. One News reporter Jacob Johnson is near the scene. He joins us now live. What were you able to tell us, Jacob?
Well, Simon, as you mentioned, police were called here at around 3:30 p.m. to this rural road just on the outskirts of Waiuku after a report that a single vehicle had rolled and multiple people were trapped inside. We can now confirm that 3 people have died in that crash. Police have just sent us this update in the last couple of minutes. They say that sadly all 3 occupants of the vehicle died at the scene after a vehicle left the road and ended up in a body of water nearby. Police say they acknowledge that this is tragic news for the tight community in Waiuku, adding that next of kin have now been contacted and police will be ensuring that support is put in place for them. There is still
to reroute the business back to them. Because so many suppliers rely on big businesses like Foodstuffs, the Commission says there's a power imbalance between them. In this case, it claims Foodstuffs and Gilmore's worked together to obstruct the supplier from selling to the hospitality customer. This is what the Commission means by acting like a cartel. It's saying the supplier was prevented from competing fairly. The Commission adds, as you can see up there, we do not tolerate this kind of behaviour and will not hesitate to take court action. If convicted, the companies could face a fine of $10 million or more. On the other side of the argument, Foodstuffs has responded, saying it's committed to complying with all regulations, cooperated fully with the Commission's investigation, and strongly denies any unlawful conduct. The Commerce Commission says its court action should be filed within the next couple of months.
Politicians today also putting the boot into supermarkets as parties from across the aisle pledged to find a solution.
There is a reason we have rules against cartels, which is it is a misuse of market power, which ultimately harms New Zealand consumers, New Zealand shoppers, and means they're not getting as fair a deal as they should.
We need more supermarkets and we need more competition. And if we can support, responsible and sensible measures that make that happen faster, we're very open to that.
And of course, Labour leader Chris Hipkins, who also says he's open to working with other parties to open up competition in our supermarket sector. To the housing market now, and even though sales have increased, it remains relatively stable with some movement in the regions, according to the latest figures from the Real Estate Institute. Nationwide, the median house price in June remains steady at $770,000 compared to June last year. In Northland, a wee bump. Median prices up 0.8% year on year. Auckland, though, down 3.4% to $990,000, continuing the trend for our biggest city. Bay of Plenty is up just over 5%, while property prices in Gisborne are down 4.6%. Moving further down the North Island, a similar fall for the capital. To the mainland, median house prices in Marlborough up 21%, nearby Nelson 8%, and the booming West Coast up a massive 35.5% compared to June 2024. On the East Coast, Canterbury prices are down 2.2%, bucking the South Island's positive trend, which also saw Otago increase 15%, and Southland's not far behind. A significant change to New Zealand's polytechnic sector has been welcomed by some, but others have labelled it a disaster. From January, 10 regional polytechs will operate independently as Te Pukenga, the super institute formed under Labour, gets dismantled. Abby Wakefield reports.
Polytechnics around the country taking in the news of their future.
From the 1st of January 2026, we will return regional decision making to 10 polytechnics.
That includes 6 in the North Island and 4 in the South Island. Many have welcomed the move to return to independence.
It's a vote of confidence in MIT and Unitec as vocational providers in Auckland. We're on a pathway to financial sustainability and the Minister saw that.
Others, though, are feeling left in the dark. The Open Polytechnic of New Zealand, based in Lower Hutt, will absorb Otago Polytechnic and UCOL, becoming the anchor of a new federation model.
There is no information coming forward to us at this stage.
The Open Polytechnic told One News it's also awaiting further information about its anchor role. Minister Simmons says the Federation will coordinate programs, including shared academic boards, and offer online resources and services to polytechs struggling with money.
The Federation model risks undermining our learner success rates and the quality of teaching of the Otago Polytechnic.
The Tertiary Education Union says the government's announcement is a disaster for the regions.
We cannot have young people just exodusing the regions, seeking decent education in the main centres. We need to be able to ensure that there's a vibrant economy in the regions.
The 4 other polytechnics, Northtech in Whangarei, WIT in New Plymouth, Whitireia and Welltech in the Greater Wellington region and Taipotini Polytechnic on the West Coast will remain within Te Pukenga for now as they work towards viability.
Decisions on their future governance are expected within the first half of 2026. Viability is the goal, but if that's not achieved, mergers or closures are on the cards. Abby Wakefield, One News.
E Whaiakene just ahead. Concerns are raised about the prognosis of the public health system in the region as a brand spanking new private hospital opens in Hawke's Bay. Plus,
there is nothing that we can achieve that deserves or that justifies this terrible cost of human lives.
A humanitarian city or a concentration camp? A former Israeli Prime Minister voices his concerns about plans to move Gaza's entire population.
Then on 7 Sharp, the call that went out for a community meal for all of those affected by the Motueka flooding. No strings attached. Plus, the 2 Kiwi mates hoping our love of pies can carry over to a different kind of pastry delight.
Plus, if you sit a lot, we've got the easy exercise that's great for your health. Join us tonight at 7. What do you think?
Some people are innocent but sound guilty.
Did you pack your bags yourself? I'm not sure.
Some are guilty but look innocent.
Have you ever been convicted of illegal firearms possession?
Some are shameless.
Your speed was checked at 160 k's.
Yeah, sorry about that.
You got a licence on you?
No, I don't have a licence.
And some are just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Got a guy driving the wrong way in the fast lane.
Oh, are you serious?
Motorway Patrol follows Border Patrol tonight on 1 and TVNZ+.
Thank you. Oh, changed my life.
Jen's wandering around like she's still your wife. I used to live here.
I don't know what she's playing at, but whatever it is, it has to stop.
Oh, hey, Natasha. Are you following me? Excuse me?
She lied. It's what she does. She lies all the time.
What does she look like? The woman who took my child.
The Ex-Wife. Streaming now on TVNZ+.
Mistakes, mishaps, and misfortune love to show up unannounced. So save $100 on every new house, landlord, and comprehensive car insurance policy before they do. T's and C's apply. Tower. Forward thinking.
Should have gone to Specsavers. Book an eye test today.
Now at Harvey Norman, get 60 months interest-free across our huge range. That's 60 months interest-free on the latest trends in furniture and bedding. 60 months interest-free on a great range of computers and technology. And 60 months interest-free on big brand home appliances, TVs, audio, and much, much more. Get everything you need for your home and your lifestyle. No need to wait. Shop now, in-store and online. With 60 months interest-free. On now at Harvey Norman.
AMI, on your side.
The Harrison's massive makeover sale is on, with huge savings on top brands. Save up to 50% off carpet, hard flooring, curtain fabrics and blinds. Plus get 3 years interest-free. Visit harrisons.nz and book a free quote today.
Pack your bags
Whatever you cook.
We want to feel like we're there.
for a culinary adventure.
Where are you taking us? Going to France, Italy.
Greece.
Yeah, count me in.
Hello, Spain.
But make your dish postcard picture perfect.
Woo! My syrup.
Or it's adios.
What am I doing? I am just so devastated.
Au revoir.
There's a lot of risk in this dish.
Goodbye.
What do you think? Some burnt bits? Yeah, this was a bit crazy.
MasterChef Back to Win tonight. Continues Wednesday to Friday on 2 and TVNZ+.
No mai hoki mai. A brand new private hospital has opened in Hawke's Bay, which aims to also cater for public needs in an effort to ease hospital wait times. But the union has concerns senior medical staff from the public sector are already being lured into the private system. It says the government should be doing more to alleviate an already strained public health service. Henry McMullen reports.
Healthcare investors celebrating the first hospital completion in the region for over 20 years.
Open!
opening the doors to a whole new standard of healthcare in Hawke's Bay.
It's a complete game changer for health in Hawke's Bay and the East Coast.
The hospital boasts 31 patient beds, including 4 ICU rooms, 5 theatres, a chemist and even a first-of-its-kind sleep apnoea facility.
We'd expect several hundred patients a week to come through, adding up to over 10,000 a year, and it will be a real mix. It will be about 40% from the public and the rest from private cares.
A key bit of equipment is here, where patients needing cardiovascular interventions like pacemakers or stents will be operated on, opposed to having to leave the region.
But there are concerns the new private hospital will lure more senior medical staff out of essential public healthcare roles.
I've been approached by a couple of colleagues and they're experienced nurses and they're looking at shifting across. So I think the writing's on the wall.
She says the government should be doing more to keep staff public. She fears privatising healthcare will neglect those most vulnerable.
They should be taking responsibility for looking at how do we ensure that those are at the bottom of the health statistics are elevated up. That isn't by creating another private sector to compete.
Ultimately, it's there to support people to get the care that they need, and what I want is timely, quality access for healthcare for all New Zealanders.
Health New Zealand's acting regional manager on site for the opening, admitting it will be a balance to staff both hospitals.
We are sort of fighting for the same part of specialists, nursing, allied health, and of course our senior medical officers.
If we do it in partnership, that with long relationships in place, then it benefits both parties. We help move the care of our communities forward.
Public and private in partnership for now, but concerns around the future of the sector remain. Henry McMullen, One News.
Former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Olmert says plans to build a camp to hold all 2 million Palestinians in the occupied Gaza Strip would be ethnic cleansing. Israel's defence minister has proposed building what he's dubbed a humanitarian city on the ruins of Rafah, but it's now being compared to a concentration camp. International news organisations aren't allowed to report from Gaza, so the BBC's Nick Beak sent this story, which some viewers may find confronting, from Tel Aviv.
Rush hour at a Gaza hospital. A deluge of the dead and injured. Victims of the latest Israeli strikes in the southern city of Khan Yunis. Mohammed explains that his mum and dad survived the attack, but then he found his brother in pieces in the street, he says.
How many thousands of children? How many thousands of mothers?
Israeli former Prime Minister Ehud Olmert has been a fierce critic of the continuation of the war in Gaza.
There is nothing that we can achieve that deserves or that justifies this terrible cost of human lives, us and Palestinians.
The Israeli government is looking to build a camp in the south of Gaza, which would contain all 2 million Palestinians. People have said that is a concentration camp. Is it?
What I say is very simple. The building up of a camp of 600,000 and with the idea of bringing on all of the people living in Gaza, 2.1 million people, into a very tight-held camp where they can't move away and they are completely controlled in such a terrible manner is a crime that honest people will not be able to tolerate.
Would that be ethnic cleansing?
It will definitely be interpreted as such for good reasons.
For now, Israeli soldiers continue frontline operations, but senior military figures are reported to be firmly against any such mass camp, and the proposal is overshadowing ceasefire talks with Hamas.
Israel rejects accusations that its current actions or future plans amount to war crimes. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he wants a future for Gaza, but it has to be governed by leaders who don't seek the destruction of Israel. Muri Akene coming up. How much the average burial now costs, with calls to address rising fees to ease the financial burden on grieving families. And New Zealand's unwanted cricket record under threat in the Caribbean with a major collapse.
Then on 7 Sharp, the chefs out to make the best Cornish pasty right here in New Zealand. Plus, it's a simple exercise with long-lasting benefits. And all you need to do is hang around.
And the musician described as part wandering minstrel, part travelling salesman, but all talent. It's coming up at 7.
My heart.
Were there any murders last night?
Murders?
Oh dear. If I killed someone, I need to know.
Oh, how convenient. She has amnesia.
It was a wild night.
New Owlsmith, tonight on 1 and TVNZ+.
We are in one of the most inhospitable places on Earth.
The Great Karoo Desert, South Africa. It's going to be brutal.
It's actually a whole new game. I was made for this, bro.
You're going to have animals trying to eat you and Mother Nature trying to kill you. Storm coming through.
That's about it.
This is my spot! Get!
Is it worth it? There are few. This isn't going well.
It's wild.
Get me the out of this place.
Oh, God, I'm so exhausted. I can't keep going.
Alone Africa, streaming now on TVNZ+.
What do you know about RSV? RSV is a common and contagious respiratory virus that can affect the lungs and lower airways. It can be serious for people aged 60 and older and can cause complications for those with certain existing health conditions. RSV spreads easily via coughing and sneezing, but you can help protect yourself from RSV for over 2 years with Arexvy. Ask your pharmacist, doctor or nurse if an Arexvy vaccination is right for you or visit arexvy.co.nz.
Now at Harvey Norman, get 60 months interest-free across our huge range. That's 60 months interest-free on the latest trends in furniture and bedding. 60 months interest-free on a great range of computers and technology. And 60 months interest-free on big brand home appliances, TVs, audio, and much, much more. Get everything you need for your home and your lifestyle. No need to wait. Shop now, in-store and online. With 60 months interest-free. On now at Harvey Norman.
AMI, on your side.
I am Usain Bolt, and I like to do things fast. And now fast just got better. Fast just got better. Fast just got better. New Persil Wonder Wash. Blast away invisible dirt and sweat, even in 15 minutes. Our first ever detergent designed for a quick cycle. Better on odor, better on fragrance. New Persil Wonder Wash. Fast just got better.
80 mils, darling. Get a taste of retirement village life at MetLife Care's National Open Day. Saturday, 2nd of August, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. MetLife Care. Welcome home.
Did you hear about the TV production?
Apparently, one of the producers used to live here years ago.
Did you happen to catch her name?
Is your plan really to just never talk about what happened when we were younger? They are coming for you, Doctor. People are gonna find out.
Dead birds keep dropping out of the sky.
Oh, were you friends with my dad? Kinda.
So this is what? Revenge? Psycho?
Suppose we'll find out. Small town, big story, streaming now on TVNZ+.
Win or lose, it's the journey. Oh, honey, that's just what losers say.
He's in love with my wife.
What happened? It's stuck.
Grosse Pointe Garden Society, tonight on 2 and TVNZ+.
Kia ora mai anō, welcome back. Funeral directors are calling for a reset of the government's current grant, saying it doesn't even match the burial fees imposed by many councils around the country and leaves the most vulnerable crippled with the cost of dying loved ones. But advocacy group Death Without Debt goes further, saying the entire industry needs an overhaul to reduce spiralling costs. Ali Pugh reports.
The cost of being laid to rest is on the rise. Councils around the country impose fees for every burial and cremation, and in the last year, many have hiked those fees substantially.
Councils tell us things like gas has gone up, their staffing costs have gone up, but what we're saying is if they're doing that, then central government also has to look at the support they offer.
That support is the WINS funeral grant for eligible low-income families. It's currently set at just over over $2,600, but the average council fee for a burial is $4,300. In some centres, it's much more.
And when the funeral directors explain that the grant is so low, you can just see the families crumple.
But a major boost is not on the cards, according to the government.
They are lifted with CPI every year. I know there's an issue with the cost, and much of the cost with local councils, so that's probably more a question that councils need to consider.
The local government minister says his bill introduced this week will help ensure councils keep costs down.
Cemeteries would be a core council service, and making sure that councils are focused on those services and not everything else means that those those prices and those costs that are incurred are going to be sensible.
This advocate, though, says to keep death debt-free, we must reduce dependency on the funeral industry.
Well, the system blocks families trying to save money, which is sort of bizarre. If we can get the paperwork system sorted and get councils a bit more friendly to the DIY family-led funeral sector, then it'll be routine for families to be able to cremate someone, the whole funeral process, the service, everything, for under $2,000.
A call for change, as many feel the rising costs of living impact the costs of dying. Ellie Pugh, One News.
Our Defence Force is keen to show it can keep up at the largest and most sophisticated war games Australia's ever held. Many are in Queensland's Shoalwater Bay, part of a huge exercise involving 19 nations. They showed our Australia correspondent Aziz Al-Safin the new combat kit they're using for Operation Talisman Sabre.
The Victor Scorpion drone, unarmed but adding venom to our Defence Force capabilities.
In terms of helping our boys and finding the enemy so we can drop effective fires on them.
From Ukraine to the Red Sea, drones are the future of combat and disaster response. The NZDF keen to show how it can keep up.
It's a pretty significant force enabler for the combat team. So essentially this can look at ISR, intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance in deep, in order to find targets, look at areas of interest, named areas of interest, and then be able to essentially layer effects on to what we need to be done.
Just one of 3 new pieces of kit our Defence Force is using at Operation Talisman Sabre. This year is much about hardware, as harmonising how our forces fight together.
We have a lot of different equipment and a lot of equipment that we use differently. So a lot of integration and a lot of face-to-face talking is required.
Today we joined a section of the Kiwi Infantry as they prepare for combat simulations. Kitted out with new personal protection armour used for the first time in a large-scale exercise.
Each kit is fitted and customised to each and every person. It's lighter, it's more breathable and it's more agile.
Yeah, overall it's a big step up from the last system we have been using. It makes it easier for us to shoot, move, communicate and medicate, and overall more effective in a hostile environment.
The third piece of kit being put through its paces, the Bushmaster Armoured Vehicle version 5.5. Built for mobility and survivability, a cornerstone of our deployable land force.
So they bring themselves a capability, particularly their comm suite, but as expected, we need to be careful with the mobility side of things. You know, they got 4 tyres, and the sort of the way we need to protect them on the battle space.
It's all part of New Zealand's shift to a more modern, combat-ready force. One that's being tested in real time alongside some of the world's most advanced militaries. Aziz Al-Safin, One News, Shoalwater Bay.
Andrew's here with sport now. A bit of a boost for rugby.
Just when we thought the production line could be running out, Simon, the under-20s have made their World Cup final, a win over the powerful French too. We'll have more on the juniors in just a moment, while their senior counterparts today touch down in a soggy Hamilton. Their plans for a wintry week and also game day. Plus, a Kingston collapse, the bizarre end to the Australia-West Indies test match, and keeping the motor racing production line revved up, a new direction for our next Formula One stars.
And in weather, we head into Wednesday. It's overall not looking too bad. It's in between. While the weather system is going away, another one starts to work in. So that more or less means there are some showers. Those tend to fade as the day wears on. Then some sun, some cloud. Heads up north, you've got another rainmaker coming in for the night time. How it's shaping up at your place after sport.
I feel like I'm on a movie set.
Yep. India continues to amaze.
Doesn't even look human.
As their travels come to an end.
Darling.
Show us what you got. Come on, Francis.
The final of the Casketeers' Life and Death Around the Globe, Wednesday on 1 and TVNZ+.
We love instant, like instant makeovers and instant photos, instant karma, yoink, and now instant insurance, because State gives instant online approval on heaps of car claims. The eligible ones, that is. Naughty worm. State.
No matter where you are, Bunnings Trade is here to help. Whether it's sourcing products, providing pricing, or arranging delivery, Jaden gets what he needs and he can be on his way.
Amanda just makes my job easier. I can focus on what I'm good at.
Every time Reese needs help with supply of materials to site, I'm here to help from frame to fit out.
Mitch is who I use to get my jobs done on time.
Moana called me up for a quote on some products that she needed. I was able to get back to her really quickly.
134 Trade works for me.
Look familiar? Pretending to look at something so you can catch your breath, but worrying it could be the start of another COPD flare-up? Maybe it's time to try something different. Trelegy is the only once-daily COPD treatment with 3 medicines in 1 inhaler. It could help you breathe easy for 24 hours and help to prevent future COPD flare-ups. Is it time you stepped up to Trelegy? Ask your doctor if Trelegy is right for you.
AI, the fourth industrial revolution.
AI.
Uh-oh.
It can do everything.
Nothing increases efficiency like IoT.
AR. VR.
UX.
OMG, why is it so complicated?
Big data, big
hacker headaches. Cybersecurity should be our #1 priority.
First priority, cloud strategy.
One thing is for sure.
This tech will change business.
When tech moves fast, we can help your business move forward.
At Spotlight Super Sale, VIP save 40 to 50% off Platinum Roller Blinds. VIP save 40 to 50% off Neutrals Curtains and Blinds. And VIP save 20 to 40% off made-to-measure curtains and blinds. All backed by our bargain guarantee. Sale starts tomorrow. At Spotlight, it's what you make it.
Unfold a true ultra experience on the new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7 at no Liming. The sleek Galaxy Z Fold 7 comes with up to $1,938 in bonus value. This iconic Galaxy Z Flip 7 gets you up to $1,398 bonus value. Or grab a stylish Galaxy Watch 8 series with up to $299 bonus value. Order in store or online now. Terms and conditions apply.
How do you go from
the worst house on the street?
The worst house on the street.
Worst house on the street.
to
Wow! This really is brilliant.
Stunning.
Find out on Worst House on the Street, Thursday on 1 and TVNZ+.
1, 2, 3, up.
Toyota, proudly taking you to sport.
With tonight's one new sport.
No mai kina kōrero, hakinakina o te wā. Welcome to Sport, and tonight, hello to the future of rugby. For the first time in nearly a decade, the Junior All Blacks will play in the Under-20 World Championship final. They secured their spot with a 34-26 victory over three-time winners France, upsetting the hot favourites in the semi-finals. Jordan Oppett reports.
Simpson taps and sends it into the car park.
The moment the Baby Blacks toppled one of the greatest age group teams in world rugby.
For the first time in 8 long and painful years, the Junior All Blacks will grace the World Rugby Under-20 Championship final.
Kind of speechless right now, but just real proud of the boys' efforts. We talked about going into this game that this is our final, don't want to worry about our next game, and I think the boys played it like a final out there.
It certainly had the intensity of 1-2 in the sweltering Italian heat. New Zealand on fire from the get-go.
Good Solomon hoovering up the scraps, and he's scorching up the touchline.
The Baby Blacks in control much of the first half, although just a try in it at the break. Ill discipline threatening to undo them in the second half.
Head contact,
2 cards in quick succession, the Baby Blacks for a period reduced to 13.
Remarkable New Zealand defence. For how long can it hold? Musquez, Echegaray!
With 1 point in it and just over 10 minutes to play, New Zealand powering over one last time, hanging on to deny France a grand final berth for the first time since 2017.
Now, it was a tough one. We knew the French were going to bring some heat. Played them last year in the semi-final and they got it over top of us last year, so we just wanted to get one back over them. And now we've got one more game to go.
They'll meet the Junior Springboks on Sunday. Jordan Oppett, One News.
Meanwhile, the senior All Blacks are looking to nail their final test against the French this weekend in Hamilton, with more improvement and some more innovation. Plenty wondering what they might serve up off the back of that creative line-out move at the weekend, as the Springboks also provide food for thought. A gloomy, rainy old day in Hamilton at the All Blacks' blacked-out training venue. On the other side of the screens, though, an upbeat feeling after 2 wins out of 2, complete with improvement, gearing up for a new wet challenge. I suppose it is winter and it's rugby, right?
It is rugby season, Sav, you're exactly right. So
could be ball up the jumper for the rest of the week.
Yeah,
Jason.
it could be. The low numbers are complaining.
You know, you train in these types of conditions, and if it's like this on Saturday, it'll be perfect for us.
The feature of the first fortnight in the new test season, speed, also moves outside the box, like the line-out special in Wellington.
Oh look, you always got to have a little bit of innovation, Sav. You can't get comfy and just do the same thing. So that's given the boys a bit of confidence and that sort of thing.
Not to be outdone, the South Africans launched their own head-turners against Italy. The odd-looking midfield leap and maul, and the much-talked-about deliberate offside at the kick-off.
Yeah, it's pretty clear what they want to do, eh?
Yeah. There used to be a penalty, man in front?
Yeah, it did.
Now it's a scrum.
Scrum.
But the Italians could have asked for a re-kick.
They could have.
What would have you done?
I don't know.
To the seemingly more straightforward, that's All Black selection, which will be revealed Thursday. Prop Tyrell Lomax back training today. Plenty of Chiefs looking set for a start at home. Others also in line to return from injury. Everything cleared? Head fine?
Yes, all cleared. Passed all my tests.
You know, it's an opportunity to have a look at a few.
An interested onlooker at training today, Aaron Smith, a player who wasn't frightened to play at pace or innovate in his day. As the All Blacks look to keep the heat on France in the third and final test, dry or likely in the wet. West Indies cricket has been through some rough patches over the years, but this is something completely different. Rolled for just 27 by Australia. That's one run more than New Zealand scored way back in 1955, which remains the lowest total in Test history. Broden Nucky has the carnage.
A catastrophic collapse in the Caribbean.
At the starts! And he's gone straight through him.
The West Indies all out for 27. Australia sweeping the Test series in Kingston 3-0 as Mitchell Starc and Scott Boland tore through the lineup in under 16 overs.
I mean, this match was madness today. Just seemed to be played in fast forward.
I think our bowling attack's been pretty on the money throughout the series, and today was another case of that.
Starc leading the way from the very first ball.
Brilliant start. The perfect start.
Adding 2 more before the first over was, well, over. The 35-year-old celebrating his 100th test in style, with the fastest 5-wicket haul in men's test history, just 15 balls, finishing 6 for 9.
Starkey to start like that, 3 wickets in the first over is unbelievable. For him to get his 400th wicket in his 100th test, pretty special.
High praise from a man with an equally historic outing.
There's an edge.
Decision overturned. Scott Boland on a hat-trick, no.
Boland, the 10th baggy green to bowl a Test hat-trick in just his 14th match.
I was a bit nervous bowling that last ball, but amazing feeling.
But every sporting success is another's failure.
It's heartbreaking, obviously, to be in a position like that where we think we could have won the game and then come out and have that poor batting display. But I mean, it's something that's been reoccurring for the whole series, so that makes it even more disappointing.
Redemption in their sights with a 5-match T20 series series starting next week. Roden Nucky, One News.
With their boxing bout just over 24 hours away, Sonny Bill Williams and Paul Gallen have had a low-key face-off at the weigh-in ahead of their big showdown. Williams tipping the scales today at 106.5 kilos, that's 6 kgs heavier than Gallen, vowing once again to settle their bad blood for good.
The beauty of this event is the talk's done now. The work's been done. We're not going to get any fitter, we're not going to get any better, but it's all on the line tomorrow night.
Paul Gallen equally excited to finally settle the old score.
I've prepared really well, sparred really well. I sparred some really good guys. I think most of the guys I sparred will probably beat Sonny, and I've handled myself okay. So, I'm in good stead. I'm ready to go.
Earlier, David Nika weighing in at 90.2 kilos for his all-Kiwi undercard bout, his first fight since his world title defeat in January. The Phoenix have made their first new signing for the upcoming A-League football season, looking to replace Costa Barbarousa's attacking powers. The Wellington teams recruited Nigerian striker Ifeanyi Efa of what they call a standout campaign in the Iraq Stars League, where he scored 15 goals. He's not only replacing Barbarouses, but also taking over his number 7 shirt.
There will be a lot of expectation from the fans. I know that, and it's also like a big challenge for me as well. But I think I'm capable to, replace him.
Phoenix have now filled 4 of their 5 overseas visa spots for next season. Motorsport here is firing on all cylinders at the moment, from the top level right to the grassroots. Now, a new partnership between Roden Motorsport and the national governing body is hoping to smooth the way out for our rising stars to make it to the top. Michelle Prendeville has more.
Introducing New Zealand's next generation of motorsport stars. Ditching horsepower for push power.
It's not quite like driving a race car, but we've been put through the ringer this week.
All part of the annual New Zealand Motorsport Academy, where our top young drivers are put through their paces, from conditioning to cooking, even in the heat chamber. But this month, the temperature turns up again for Blake Dowdle, heading to the UK to test drive with Kiwi-backed Roden Motorsport in their Formula 4 car. An important step on a journey he hopes leads to Formula 1.
Is the pressure on to impress?
The pressure's always on, but it means a lot to go there, so pressure's a privilege. Man, I'm looking forward to it.
It's an opportunity that came from a new pathway. Roden and the national body partnering to offer the Formula Ford champion and other promising drivers the chance to impress at their Mount Lyford base, driving F4 and F3 cars.
Hit 260 Ks on the test track was like a highlight of my life, probably.
We need some way of identifying talent, and the Formula Ford is by far the strongest entry category in New Zealand, so that's basically where you're going to have to look to find guys that have got potential.
And David Dicker knows there's a heap of that in New Zealand. The tech entrepreneur helped launch Liam Lawson's F1 career. He has teams in F4, F3 and F2. He's also behind a scholarship program for engineers.
Why do you want to do this so much?
Obviously, I can afford it, and we should do it because, it's important. There's no real commercial underpinning as far as we're concerned. We're not going to get our money back or any of that kind of stuff, but I'm fine with it because it'd just be good to get someone over there.
The road to Formula 1 still isn't easy, but for Kiwi drivers, the path just got a bit clearer. If they're willing to put in the work. Michelle Prendeville, One News.
Great move by David Dick, a big supporter of motorsport, including Liam Lawson. Yeah. Boom times for that sport.
Thanks for that, Seth. Stay with us. Dan says there are more fine spells around tomorrow, but you still might need the raincoat, and he has all the details next.
Then on 7 Sharp, could you be grabbing something else instead of a pie next time you've got the munchies?
Hoping to get Cornish pasties into every corner of the country. We want to get them into supermarkets, gas stations, train stations.
Oh, yum. Plus, everyone's gathering around the dinner table tonight in Motueka. Find out why tonight at 7.
Tuesday nights have just gotten even better. There's a world of entertainment ahead. Have a wonderful night with One.
You must be the wharekwa whānau. Kia ora.
Oh, kitty girl's finally come home, eh?
Is there 3 ghosts?
No! Whoa. Care hua.
You need to list us whatever dodgy deals be happening up in here.
They wouldn't send just anyone to do intel.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
We're whānau, and I'm here to help you.
Who sent you? God?
Nah, someone higher than that. Your nan.
Dead Ahead, streaming now on TVNZ Plus.
Born free as the grass grows. Born free to follow your heart. AA Insurance covers the things you care about, so you can live a little freer.
We made it.
We caboodled it.
They'll never believe us.
Make a kitchen that will impress even the toughest critics. Caboodle, you made it.
I like to hide. Apples and bananas. I found the rest.
In a crash, your car is your last line of defense. What if it's not as safe as you think? Check your safety rating at Right Car.
Never too hot. Never too cold. Just the right temperature. Right now, spin and win with every quote from Retrofit by Metro Glass. Everyone is a guaranteed winner. Get in touch today.
Harvey Norman birthday sale final days, plus bonus gift cards on selected tech. Enhance productivity with the Lenovo IdeaPad, only $998. Get a $150 bonus gift card on this Asus VivoBook Copilot Plus PC. Your portable partner, the Lenovo IdeaPad 5, now $1598. Get a $200 gift card on the Asus ZenBook Copilot Plus PC. And huge deal on this Lenovo Yoga Slim, now $2497. Best prices guaranteed. Harvey Norman birthday sale final days.
Oh. Here it comes.
Cheers.
This is a cave. They've just built the hotel around it.
New Amazing Hotels, Wednesday on 1 and TVNZ Plus.
Something's got them talking.
Something saucy going on there.
Please don't ever say that again. Something scandalous.
Do you want to know my read on it?
No.
Yes.
Find out what it is on Shortland Street, next on 2 and on TVNZ Plus.
Whatever the weather's doing, your future should stay on track. Milford invested in you. Proud sponsors of One News Weather.
Hello for most of us tomorrow. Not looking too bad overall. It's one of those in-between days, in between one weather system going away, another one arriving to the far north. Overall, you're looking pretty good. It'll be cold. You can see that system there working in. And looking to the south and to the west, the assembly line of next systems coming in. Smaller, they will work their way in. That one there coming through. But as I pointed out yesterday, all the weather has been stuck. See that bubble there, the big blocking high. That's why the weather system has been sitting and lingering and more or less bringing more of their rain. Things will change though. That will disappear. And there are more hints in the atmosphere of perhaps some more settled weather as these troughs move through. The yellow is the warmer air in the atmosphere, meaning a good sign. Notice by the weekend, there is hints of high pressure trying to build in. So at least for some of us, it might be more than, say, 15 minutes of dry weather. Maybe if that high settles in, something slightly better, maybe a couple of days or so, or maybe even better next week for some dry, settled weather. We will see how we go. But in the meantime, look at that squall line barreling in across the far north. Brought those gusty winds, small tornado Napier. 19 degrees top temperature. Down south, couple of 7s, 3 degrees for the high for Twizel. And check the radar out this morning as that squall line right there, boom, bashed through the far north. Then the upper energy opened up, became more bitty. All those worked through with some strong gusty winds all the way towards the west coast to the south island. This whole cluster of this feature will slowly ease eastwards through the course tonight. That thing, see how it's all spinning around? That's why the weather system can't go through it. So you have to kind of give it a kick. The blue line is 1,000 metres to the snow level. So as it pushes through, it drops the snow level down. So we have the road snow still in place overnight, Crown and Milford. Then boom, it's gone. Showers to the far south, west coast at first, 1 or 2 to the southwest of the North Island, and then that's it. You can almost call it a small ridge before the next system, I've gone to about 11 o'clock tomorrow night, is already knocking on the door with more wind and rain and thunder into the far north, and that's the next system. But that should avoid the South Island. You'll be dry for Thursday. So it's dry, gusty westerly. Remember, the rain comes in at night into the far north. Kaitaia, you will see that as a spell of some rain. Auckland too, you've got a gusty westerly. That's really the big thing to point out. Hang on to your hats. That'll become a northerly at night. You get the rain overnight, by the way, as the system comes in. But a dry day, just hang on to your hats. Hamilton's showers fading away in the morning, gusty westerly, otherwise dry for the afternoon. Bay of Plenty, Central Plateau. Couple of showers in a few places. At first, those will die away. Gusty winds as well. Whakatane, you're looking fine. 16 degrees. And for Tauranga as well, lovely looking day. Bit of a breeze, you'll notice things improve. A couple of the showers towards really parts of the lower North Island. You may see those in the morning, Dannevirke and Marston, and everyone else you are fine, 16 or 17 as things improve. And looking pretty good, just the gusty winds from say much of Taranaki down towards Palmerston North. A couple of showers in the morning, Levin too, and similar as well for Wellington. You could see a few of those showers. They'll thin themselves out as the day wears on, and 13 degrees. Te Waipunamu. Things are fine really. You'll just see a fine looking day for Nelson, Blenheim drying out, Westport. Couple of showers thinning themselves out as well. And for Christchurch, no problems. 4 is where you start, 12 is where you finish. A little bit of cloud. I think it's further south from town we may see some of those showers, perhaps south of Christchurch, the likes of Ashburton and Timor. A chance for a shower in the morning, Greymouth morning showers, and then you're gone, you are fine, you are dry. Chilly start in Queenstown, a bit of early cloud, maybe some fog, 8 degrees, lovely day. Otherwise, few showers flick into parts of coastal Southland, Invercargill, Stewart.